We are live. We are live. I'm not at home. I bet it sounds different. Sounds different to me. Hello, everybody. Okay. I don't even have my normal camera. It is 7 p.m. in Los Angeles, California. 10 a.m. in Vietnam. It's 9 p.m. in Texas. You know why I'm mentioning Texas? Because I've talked to so many people from Texas. And then, for instance, tonight we have Lynn, who's from Virginia. So we got some East Coasters. Gosh, that music does it for me. Hello, everybody. Okay. So it's going to sound a little different because when I'm at home, I have a studio and the sound không có bị echo. And so today I am at my other home and it's not the same. And I forgot my camera. Okay, I'm gonna turn that music all the way down. I forgot my camera, so I'm using my my webcam. Nhưng mà it's okay. It's okay. Okay, if you're watching from the United States, let me see some ones in the comment section. If you're watching from Vietnam, let me see a 2 and 3 for Canada. I think you know. I think you all know by now. Yes? Okay. All right. What day is it? What day is it, people? Is it just Monday or, oh no, it's not. It's Money Monday. Today, we're going to talk about something that can be hard to understand, something that can kind of be boring, but it's very important. And I know that when you don't understand something, when you find it boring, you ignore it. A lot of people ignore it. Ignore tiếng Việt. Nói sao? I think it depends on the situation. Mình lơ phải không? Yeah. Mình không hiểu. Mình lơ. Nhưng mà it comes back. Yeah. It's going to come back. And it's not going to be good. So we're going to talk about changes that affect you. There is a big crisis in America. We're living longer. Things are getting more expensive. All right, so we're paying a lot. And so people are not prepared to retire. Retirement age keeps on getting pushed back. So what can we do? One thing we can't do is we can't depend on anyone else to take care of it for us unless we ask. That means you have to do it yourself. You have to help yourself, and you can get people to help you. Nhưng mà if you ignore it and you don't ask for help and you don't do anything, you're going to be in big trouble. You're going to be in big trouble. All right. Cũng khổ lắm chị. It's hard. Yes, I know. But what's going to make it easier is if we understand a little more of it, right? Nếu mà mình hiểu, khi đó it's a lot easier to make decisions. Còn khi mà mình không biết, mình không hiểu, làm sao mà mình quyết định cái gì được? You can't. Okay? So tonight we're going to talk about the Secure Act and the changes known as Secure Act 2.0. Secure Act 2.0 sounds so exciting. Okay. The Secure Act itself was passed in December of 2019. It became law on January 1st, 2020. Secure Act stands for Setting Every Community Up for Retirement Enhancement. But guess what? Now they made changes to it. They made changes, and most of those changes took effect this year, 2023. Some provisions take effect in the coming years. So the original Secure Act and now these new changes were created to strengthen our retirement system. Americans need help. And these laws are designed to help Americans better prepare for retirement. Okay. How many of you took a moment to think, wait a second, so they made and now there are changes? Why are they changing it? Quý vị đã từng nghe cái câu là if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Nếu mà cái gì mà nó đang work, nó ok thì mình đâu có cần sửa làm gì, right? They're fixing it. They're trying to fix it. That means something's wrong. That means something's wrong. Okay. What's wrong is that roughly half of Americans don't really save for retirement. Are you one of them? Can you believe half of Americans don't even save for retirement? What are they thinking? And of those who are saving, many are not saving enough. They're not saving enough. And the problem with not saving enough is that it's going to affect the quality of life in retirement, your quality of life, your lifestyle. If you don't have enough money, you're not going to live the way you want to live. You will not be comfortable. Or you may outlive your retirement. That means you're going to live too long. Some people worry about not living long enough. You need to worry about living too long. That means you're going to need more money just in case you live longer. Big problem. Okay. Oh, poor him. He's got an empty wallet. So we need to understand that money is always moving. I have to tell you why I'm telling you this. It's because I've said this many times over the past couple of weeks. Leyna gặp rất là nhiều người họ có tiền trong nhà băng. And I said, why? Why so much in the bank? You should have some money in the bank, your emergency fund, just in case you need it. Like in an emergency, right? Nhưng mà you should not be putting all of your savings in the bank. Remember, money is always moving. It's either gaining value or it's losing value. Money doesn't just sit there. You think your money is sitting in the bank. It's not sitting. In fact, if a lot of your money is sitting in the bank, it's moving down. Every day it's moving down. Like how much interest do you earn on that money? Probably zero, maybe 0 point something. Does anyone earn any interest anymore? 1%, 2%, 3%? I'd be surprised. But guess what? When inflation's 8% and you're earning that little, you're still losing money. Money is always moving. So when you let your bank or your money sit in the bank, it's going down. So that's not a very smart place to put money. Why not put it in a place where it'll gain some value, right? Let's help our money. Let's help our money get fat. Okay. So remember that money is always moving. You would be surprised to look at some of the numbers. You have to look at these estimates. Okay. Savings value at the age of 65. So if you save $300,000 by the age of 65, that is the equivalent of getting $12,060 a year in income. If you save $1 million, that's just like having a little bit over $40,000 a year in income. If you save 1.5 million, we're looking at around $60,300 of income per year. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? It should tell you that the value of your money is going down. Okay? The value of your money is going down. That means we have to save a lot of money. And people don't factor in inflation or taxes. Inflation and taxes. I know I keep telling you this. It's going to kill a lot of people. Their finances is what I mean. Okay. All right. Let's get back to those important changes in Secure Act 2.0 and how it's going to affect you. Okay. Now, this video is for educational purposes only. I'm not giving you specific tax or any kind of financial advice, right? Because everyone's situation is different. I can't say one thing to anybody and have it work for everybody. That's impossible. Impossible. If I was a nail, no, okay, forget it. So you should be talking to a professional. Talk to your CPA, talk to your tax lawyer, talk to professionals to help you. People normally can't do this alone. And if you would like me to help you, okay, then you have to get in contact with me. I actually need to look at what you have. Okay? I need to look at your situation so that I can help you with what I think is best for your situation. That's a picture for help, by the way. Okay. All right, back to the changes. The first big change is to RMDs, required minimum distribution. You cannot keep retirement funds in your account indefinitely. Okay, so besides the restrictions of when you can start withdrawing money, there are rules on when you have to start taking it out. The government wants those taxes. You haven't paid any yet. You need to start taking that money out so that you can pay your taxes. Okay? All right. So there are some changes. The required minimum distribution is the minimum amount that you must withdraw from your account each year. The original Secure Act pushed RMDs from 70 and a half years to age 72. Okay. Secure Act 2.0 pushed it out again from 72 to 73. And if you were born in 1960 or later, hello, that's me, then your MD is now age 75. RMD, okay? So let's take a look. If you were born in 1950 or before, then your RMD age is 72 and maybe 70 and a half if you're already collecting before the initial Secure Act was passed. If you were born between 1951 and 1959, then your RMD age is 73. And if you were born 1960 and later, your RMD age is 75. So what does that mean to you? What does that mean? So obviously it means that you have a longer time before you have to start taking out distributions. Okay? Reminder, when you do take out those distributions, you will pay income tax. The income tax that you have been deferring by putting money in your 401k, in your IRA. Okay? So yes, it means that you have longer now to start taking your distributions. However, there are some serious tax planning implications when you retire. Okay, so pay attention here. You have what's called a tax planning window. Not a real window, a time frame, okay? It is the time frame between when you retire and then when your RMD or your required minimum distribution age hits. Make sense? And during that window, okay, you're living on cash or brokerage accounts. Okay, this is if during that window you're living on cash, brokerage accounts, Social Security, or income that's not or less taxable, then your income tax bracket will be much lower. And then you can extend your tax planning window. I have talked to many people over now the past 2 months. Every single person has told me they believe their income will be lower when they retire. That's not the case for some. So then when they tell me that, I said, okay, so let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. And we start looking at the different, here, let me show you the slides. The different things, okay? You have Social Security. That counts as income. Money from your 401k. Oh yeah, that's right. The Roth. Some brokerage account money if you do stuff. Oh, maybe some rental income. Maybe you inherited an IRA. If your spouse passes away, now you inherited their income. Okay? So maybe now you have more income. That's very, very possible. So depending on the amount, the balance in your IRA and the required minimum distribution, okay? You could still be making a lot of income, or you could even be making more when you retire. Also, don't forget, right now you have this umbrella protecting you because you have tax deductions. Okay? When you retire, many, if not most, or all of those deductions go away. Mortgage, your home will probably be paid off. No more car loans. Kids are all grown up. They're no longer dependents. You don't have business expenses and deductions anymore. So please remember, look at all the income you're going to have, and remember that you will not have the tax deductions to lower your income. Okay, back to that tax planning window. A longer tax planning window will give you more years, okay, to implement like effective tax strategy, so you can minimize your lifetime tax liability. Things like Roth conversions. Oh boy. Of course, that brings up like a whole other conversations. But what you need to ask yourself is, what's better for you? Small tax payments over time, or one large payment immediately? That's what that guy's saying. He's saying, Okay, so there's no simple answer. By now, you should know that. No simple answer. People ask me all the time, what's the best? Well, I can't answer that because it's different for everyone. But one way to figure it out is by doing a break-even analysis. Okay, that's the point at which profit and loss are equal. You break even. All right? My husband is an expert at doing this. So you ask, small payments over time or one large payment immediately? Okay, break-even analysis. Sometimes the answer may be both. It may be both. It may be depending on where you're saving money. Okay? Okay. Now, if your Roth is in like an employer account, then you are exempt from the RMD rules next year. It's very, very confusing. Okay, by the way, other tax strategies that you can implement, it's a big one. And you can like do this right now, is you can start building your tax-free income bucket. What? Tax-free income bucket. That means pay your tax now. Okay? And then you take that money and you've tried to find a place where you can invest it, grow it tax deferred, take it out tax free. You can do it now. You can do it for your kids. This is something you can actually do today. Yeah, people don't think about this because they've been taught, they hear that they should be just deferring their taxes. Everyone just puts it all in the 401k. Might not be the best play for you. All right. Okie dokie then. The next big change talks about penalties. That's right. If you don't take out your required minimum distribution, you will get a penalty. My mom actually forgot. Sometimes you'll have an account somewhere and you don't pay a lot of attention to it. Maybe there's not a lot in there. Maybe you didn't know the laws. Okay? It doesn't matter if you didn't know, but if you don't follow the law, you will get a penalty. What is the penalty? Well, before, the penalty for not taking an RMD was 50% of the RMD amount. What? Yeah. Well, the new rules have lowered that down to 25%. But still, let's think about that for a moment. You must take money out because the government needs to get that income tax from you. And if you don't do it, they're going to penalize you. It used to be 50% of the amount. That is steep. And it's so steep because then it encourages people to take out the RMD. Okay. There's also a penalty reduction for IRA owners. Okay. If the account owner withdraws the RMD, okay, the amount that was previously not taken out, they should have, but they didn't. If you take that out now and then submit a corrected tax return in a timely manner, then the penalty will be lowered to 10%. So if you haven't done that yet, okay, you could save some money. In-plan annuities. So these are in-plan annuities. The new change is that the payments for an in-plan annuity that exceed the participant's RMD amount, then the excess annuity payment can be applied to the year's RMD. I know this is very confusing. And I've tried to make it as simple as possible. So, like, no wonder people have no idea, right? Okay. The new rules make it easier to have access to Roth accounts. Okay? Secure Act 2.0 makes it easier to have access to Roth accounts. Previously, the only way that you could get money into Roth accounts was through contributing to a Roth IRA, either directly or through a backdoor Roth, or through a Roth 401k if your employer allowed it. Well, now, if you're self-employed, you also have the ability to set up a Roth Simple IRA, a Roth SEP IRA. And this makes it a lot easier for smaller employers, and the self-employed to get more into Roth accounts without actually having to have that Roth 401k structure. Okay, the next big change, matching for Roth accounts through work. A lot of people max out their 401k, okay, to defer their taxes. And then the employer matches. Okay, those are pre-tax dollars, which means you still owe money on that amount. You also owe taxes on the contribution amount, the matched amount. Okay, the employer matches, you also have to pay income taxes on the amount they give you. That makes sense. I don't know why. Some people didn't know that. Some people are surprised by that. I don't know why. So remember, traditional IRAs, pre-tax dollars, and Roth after-tax dollars. Okay? Well, the changes are now that you can elect for the employer matching contributions to be Roth as well. Okay, employer matching contributions to be Roth. Remember, this would be earned income, so you actually have to pay taxes now. Okay, it will take employers some time to implement, make the necessary changes. They have to do that with their 401k administrator, so it may be some time before you're actually able to make this change and request that. All right, another change to try and strengthen the retirement system. The IRA currently has a $1,000 catch-up contribution. Catch-up, not the kind you put on a burger. Okay, and the limit for people age 50 and over, $1,000. Okay, starting next year, 2024, that limit would be indexed to inflation. Now even they're taking inflation seriously, meaning it could be increased every year based on federally determined cost of living increases. Okay, so it's going to be in increments of 100. So instead of 1,000, it could be 1,200. It could be 1,500. It could be 1,600. So, you may be seeing some odd numbers and not the normal $1,000 that you're used to seeing. But take note, if you make more than $145,000 in the prior calendar year, then all catch-up contributions at age 50 or older will need to be made to a Roth account, so after-tax dollars. Okay. Quý vị chán chưa? Are you is your tiếng Anh kêu là is your head spinning yet? Cái đầu mình mà is your head spinning yet? It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Okay. Another major change, okay, is the ability to yes, of course, the 401k, the automatic. So businesses adopting the new 401k and there's also the 403b plans are now required to automatically enroll eligible employees starting in 2 years, 2025. That automatic enrollment. It also permits automatic portability services. So you can transfer an employee's low balance retirement accounts to a new plan when they change jobs. A lot of people change jobs and they want to move it with them. Now that'll be a lot easier to do. But now it's automatic. Before you had to opt into the 401k. Now, if you don't want to do it, you actually have to opt out. This means that some people may not even realize that they're contributing to a 401k. Okay. And some of you may be asking, well, why would I want to opt out? Why would I want to opt out? Well, those tax deferring retirement plans, not a one size fit all. Okay, they are not the best option for everyone. And they're certainly not the only option. That's for sure. In fact, if all you're doing is putting money in a 401k, if that's your retirement plan, I think you're in trouble. I don't think it's enough. It's not going to be enough. Okay. I like these changes here. Another one of the major changes is the ability to move college savings plans, 529 plan, okay, what's saved in there, into Roth IRAs. So, in my opinion, one of the big disadvantages of the 529 plan was, well, what if the kid doesn't go to school? What if they decide not to go to college? Or what if they get a scholarship? You don't use all the money that's in there. Or what if they go to a school that's not as expensive as you wanted them to go to Harvard and they're going to another school and then now you've got money in there, right? You have to use it for education. So that to me was a major disadvantage. Well, now you can move money that's left over in a 529 plan into a Roth. Okay, so that's great. However, there you go. Hello, Roth. There are some rules. Of course, there are rules. Rule number 1, you still can't contribute more than the annual contribution limit. So, for 2023, if you're under 50, you can't put more than $6,500 in a Roth IRA or in a traditional IRA. So, let's say if you had $50,000 in a 529 plan, you can't just shift the entire amount over to a Roth, okay? You can only do it to the annual contribution limit per year. Rule number 2, there's a lifetime transfer limit of $35,000. So going back to the $50,000 example, okay? Even though you can't do the whole amount in 1 year, you also can't contribute the entire amount over a course of several years. Okay, the maximum that you can transfer is a total of $35,000 from that 529 into a Roth. Okay, so there's a lifetime transfer limit. Rule number 3. Look at this. Your child must work. In the same way that if you want to make a Roth IRA contribution, you have to have earned income. Okay, so the same rules apply. But it's the beneficiary, so it's your child. Your child has to have earned income. Okay, so it could be a part-time job. It could even be a summer job. It just has to be earned income. And rule number 4, this is a good rule. You know how there are income limits, right, for you to contribute to your Roth. If you make over a certain amount of money, then you can't make the Roth IRA contribution. Well, that does not apply for the 529 to Roth transfer. So let's say your child doesn't use all of the money in the 529 plan for college. They have a little bit left over, but they end up getting a job, like Denny's daughter, like for making great money. That's okay. That's okay. You can still make the transfers, subject, of course, to rules 1 and 2. Okay? right? So Jim is saying that I'm right. 401k is not enough. Yeah, a lot of people are finding that out the hard way. Um, there are also rules, some rule changes that have to do with annuities. Okay. How many of you know much about annuities? They can be confusing, but I will tell you that now even the government is making some rule changes that make it better for you because they see the value in it. And even the Wall Street Journal recently had an article about how annuities can be a great option for people who need to protect their money. Perhaps you're older, in your 50s. You don't have the time to recover any losses if you're in a higher risk investment. I'm losing my voice. We'll have to do another video on that. That's a lot too. Okay. Look, that's me helping you. So whether you're 35 or 45 or 55, I've had 65 and older contact me as well. You can get in touch with me. Okay. There's the website, leynanguyen.net/money, or just leynanguyen.net. Okay, we'll see how good you are. Okay, quý vị thấy không? So that's me wearing the green shirt. I'm on top, right there. See? I'm gonna try to help you with your retirement. Okay. Who's the second person there? Who would that be? Okay, that would be you. That would be you, my friend. So who's at the bottom? Any guesses? So that's me. That's you. Who's the other person? I want to see an answer. I know what someone's going to answer. So that's me on top. I'm going to help you. I'm going to pull you up. We're going to make it up that hill and try to get you to a more comfortable retirement. Okay? Comments are coming in too slow. The third person, that's my team. That's my team. My hubby, very good, smooth move. And actually, my hubby can be a part of it because he is a financial advisor and has been helping people. In fact, he's very busy right now. He's been helping people with rebalancing their portfolios because things are a-changing. Things are a-changing. Okay. So pushing up or pulling down? Well, you can't see. Dennis? Smarty Alec? Okay. So the Wi-Fi here may not be as fast as, okay. Someone's asking, hi, Leyna, if I stop 401k and what I need to do. Okay. See, so thank you for the questions. It's going to depend. Let me get rid of this. It's going to depend on your personal situation. Okay. So I don't want people to just stop contributing to the 401k and said, Leyna told me so, told me to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. You need to look at your whole plan. Okay. I would tell most people that if your company is matching, then put in what they're matching for sure. Okay. Because you're going to take that money. Gosh darn it. Yes, you are. Okay. If someone's going to give you money, don't call it free money because it's not free. Okay. I talked to a woman who, I said, you have to pay money or tax on the money the company match. And she was so surprised. And I said, you're surprised at that? Yeah. So the company match, you must still pay taxes on that. So Lynn, it really does depend on your situation. I need to see what else you have going on. Do you have like a Roth? Do you have brokerage account? How much do you have in your savings? Do you have other income? Retirement income? You got to include rentals, right? We talked about this a little bit earlier, and I want to mention again because this is such a big problem for so many people. Everyone thinks that when they retire, they're going to make less money. But I think that they're only saying that because they're thinking, oh, I'm going to stop working, so I'm going to make less money. That's not always true. I've talked to so many people and we sat down and we figured it out. We figured it out. And they're going to be making more money. So for those people, it doesn't make sense. Right? So I talked to someone who made about like $50,000 a year, who's deferring their income tax, right? And I said, well, if you expect to make more later, okay, so your income is going to grow, and then you're saving money here, so you're going to get money from there. Oh, and then I find out he's also going to get rental income from a house he plans to. Okay, so you got that. All of these pieces of income, make sure you think about it. And then I asked him, well, what about tax deductions? Like, will you have tax deductions when you retire? Oh, I didn't think about that. No more mortgages to pay, no more dependents, right? No business expenses. So all the tax deductions that you're using now to lower your income, you won't have anymore. There's another change that with the Secure Act 2.0, and it has to do with inheriting a spouse's IRA, which is also important to figure, right? That right now it's you and him and it's together, but if one of you passes away and you inherit the IRA, that's more income that you must pay taxes on. And you should also know that all of these pieces of income right now that you haven't paid taxes on, so everything that you're deferring, not only do you have to pay taxes on it later, but they count as income. So down the road, should you need something, it might affect your Medicare, okay? Because it all counts as income. So are there ways that you can save for retirement, make some money, and not have to pay so much later? Of course. And that is why when you don't understand something, people, when they don't understand something, they just, or they heard something, and then one person tells another person, and you know how that works. Okay? You look at your life insurance policies. Are you making any money from them? Because you can. The life insurance products available today, not like they used to be. So my dad was, he was a busy man. He worked hard. He was a real estate broker, a loan officer, and an insurance agent for many, many years. So I've always had lots of different insurance, right? He knew the importance of having insurance. So there are products where not only will you get that protection that everyone, thinks of when they think of insurance, you're protected, not only against death, so that if something happens to you, your beneficiaries will get the death benefit. But what if you live too long? What if you get sick? Many of us will. You get old, you get sick, you live longer than you thought you would. Now you've got no money. Okay? So provide yourself that kind of protection and be able to grow your money. And when you're taking it out and using it, you're not paying taxes on it. It is tax-free. It is completely legit and legal. It may sound too good to be true. Look up tax code 7702. By the way, everyone knows about 401k, right? 401k. Here we go. 401k. What is it? Oh, that's where you know what it is. It's a tax code, actually. Tax code. Well, look up tax code 7702. Look that up. That's a tax code. Not a lot of people know about it, but I bet if you learned more about it, you would use it because it allows you to invest, make money, take money, but not have to pay taxes on it, right? Do things legally. Do things legally. And this is a legit legal way for you to make tax-free money. You will not have the all the restrictions and rules, that you would or that you do have in your 401ks, right? Like you don't have to be 49 or 59 and a half to start using the money. Okay? So if you take it out before that age, you're not going to get a penalty for it. When you take it out and you use it, when you take out income from it, you're not going to pay income taxes. So there are a lot of advantages to it, but so many people have had bad experiences. So many people like hear what their friends tell them, and then they just like, are you really taking financial and retirement advice from your friend? Like, how much sense does that really make? Right? Nên nếu mà quý vị serious, okay, mình muốn là mình sẽ về hưu sớm. It's possible. Nhưng mà khi mà mình về hưu, mình muốn là mình comfortable, right? Mình có, không phải là chỉ là đủ tiền thôi, maybe even dư tiền nữa. That's how I live comfortably. Mình không có cần là phải lo, like, do you really want to be that careful where you can't buy too much groceries a week? So, but that only happens with planning. Rồi. So let me share a few things because I've talked to a lot of people and I love talking to people. I'm so impressed, especially the Vietnamese. We take care of our families. We take care of a lot of people. Nhiều người họ đi làm, okay, mấy chục năm rồi. Nhưng mà họ không có save được nhiều. And I said, where does all this money go? And they very often they say that they giúp gia đình bên Việt Nam. They do this, they do that. Sorry, now I think everyone is emailing me and submitting. So I understand that about our culture. Nhưng mà quý vị ơi, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. Mình thương ai, mình phải tự lo cho thân của mình trước cái đã. Chứ nếu mà quý vị đổ bệnh ra hoặc là something happened to you, who's going to take care of them? Yeah? So we have to take care of ourselves first. Mình đừng có nghĩ là cái đó là ích kỷ. Actually, mình thương con cháu, mình phải lo cho bản thân mình trước. You have to be around. You have to be healthy to help others. So that's very, very important. Someone wants to talk about family trust. Yeah, there's so much. Gung is asking me for my phone number. Really? Okay. Well, everyone has to submit a form first. Oh, I was going to tell you. Most people I talk to, rất là dễ thương. I just love talking to them. And then I feel so good that I can help them find something that's really going to improve their future. Yeah, mình làm mà mình vui vẻ lắm. I like it a lot. And then sometimes people want help nhưng mà they don't want to tell you anything. Okay, they cứ hỏi là bây giờ, so I have to ask you. I say that bây giờ nếu mà như vậy thì mỗi tháng chị thấy là trong gia đình khi mà chi phí xong rồi đó, mình có dư đồng nào không? And they tell me no. I said, thôi thì nếu mà không có dư đồng nào thì làm sao mà mình save cho retirement được? And so they asked me, thì nếu mà có tiền thì nên để đâu? But you don't want to tell me? I can't help you if you're not honest. Okay? Là một. So you have to tell me, like if you go to a doctor and you're really sick, or you go to a doctor, but you don't want to tell them about all of your symptoms because you're embarrassed, you may not get the care that you need. So I will ask you those things, and then we need to look at your whole picture. Chứ đừng có nói là bạn tôi nói là như vậy, bạn tôi nói như kia. Nhưng mà mai mốt khi mà quý vị về hưu, quý vị không có tiền, bạn quý vị có giúp quý vị không? Nope. You have to take care of yourself. Do what's best for you. Okay? Do what's best for you. Someone agrees. Totally true. Take care of yourself first before helping others. Khi mà mình đi máy bay mà nó nói là nếu mà bị lose cabin pressure, why do you have to put your mask on first? Cái đứa nhỏ, đứa con mình thương nó, tại sao mình không làm cho nó trước? You have to help yourself first. If you're not around, you can't help anyone else. Right? Yes. Okay. So I'm not just going to give out my phone number. I need information. And if you're honest with me about your information, then the advice, the recommendations that you get from me are going to be better because it's going to fit you better. Okay? Yeah, some people, I don't know. Maybe sometimes tài chánh họ không có thích nói ra này, nhưng mà it's hard to help someone if you don't know. No, mình cần biết là mỗi tháng họ thu về bao nhiêu, rồi sau khi chi phí là bao nhiêu. And sometimes people tell me, mỗi tháng tôi dư 100-200 thôi à. And I said, oh, really? Okay, bây giờ mình tính đi. Tiền lương mỗi tháng, trong nhà lấy về 5.000. Không cả trả tiền nhà pay off rồi. Không trả tiền xe cũng pay off rồi. Với có tiền rental income nữa. And so when I start adding it up, and I say, well, nếu mà như vậy thì đáng ra chị phải là dư là gần 3.000 chứ sao chị nói là 200. And they laugh, they cười, they nói thì tính sơ là như vậy. Thì nếu mà quý vị mà tính sơ đó, then that's how your retirement is going to be. Very sơ thôi. Okay, so be honest. It's the only way you're going to get good advice. And if not from me, then from someone else. Nhưng mà you should go to someone who knows what they're doing and who wants to help you. Okay? Còn nếu mà quý vị thấy mà bạn bè mình là so your friend got into crypto and made money, hoặc là no. What works for your friend chưa chắc gì là work. Quý vị biết vậy phải không? Bạn bè mà họ mà bàn đến đầu tư với là lời cái này lời cái kia chưa chắc chắn gì là nó sự thật là như vậy. So when your friends tell you they made a ton of money, good for them. Okay, good for them. See, like this. What is the best way to invest your retirement money? It depends. Depends on your situation. That's why you have to get in contact, fill out the form so I know what you have going on. I'm going to ask you how much you want, how much you need. What age do you want to retire? All of that is very, very important. We need to figure out taxes you're going to owe. We need to factor in inflation. Okay? So, those are the new changes in Secure Act 2.0. The reason they're doing it is because there is a crisis in America with retirement. It's not working. The system is not working. It used to be Social Security was going to take care of you. Social Security is nothing. Okay? Do you want to work until you're 72? I didn't. And the only reason I'm working now is because I love doing this. I love sharing with people. I love being able to help people. A lot of people ask me, ủa, tại sao Leyna về hưu sớm vậy? And I have to ask them, why not? I get to travel. I don't have to go to work. Okay? Như vậy, nếu mà quý vị mà, Monday rolls around or whatever, and you say, oh, I have to go to work. I don't have to go to work. So in retirement, you may be busier, but you're busier doing things that you want to do. Okay, your schedule. Lena, travel Yulam, and I love it. But I planned. So sometimes I have to laugh when someone gets on a Zoom call with me and they're like 65 and they really don't have any retirement savings. And then I say, well, how much do you have to put aside each month to see what we can do with it? $200. It's late. It's probably too late. Yeah. Duyan, thanks for your information. We're in Houston. My hubby is white. He's very interested to listen to you. Oh, well, say hello to the hubby. And get in touch with me. Get in touch with me. I'm today I helped someone in Virginia and Ohio and Oakland, California. Well, and New York. So I'm helping people all across the US. And I may be headed down, I'm going to be headed down to Florida later on in the year, maybe going to Texas. So, okie dokie, Jim Rotter, Social Security alone is not enough. No kidding. By the way, everyone, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Go to ssa.gov, please. Find out how much you're going to get in Social Security. Okay, so you should know. They're going to tell you how much you get if you start taking money out at 62, how much it would be if you wait to 65, how much if you full retirement age at 67. Okay? Because when we talk, I want to know. I want to know how much income you're going to get so I can try to fill the gap. So we're going to figure out what your expenses are, how much you need to live comfortably. You know, some people think that they just need $2,000. $2,000 today is very different from $2,000 15 years from now. Okay? And so let's be realistic about what we think we need, and then let's try to find it somewhere. You should be doing more than one thing, okay? Pieces of the pie. Again, if all you're doing is letting the company just take contributions from your tax, from your paycheck so that you can save a few dollars on income tax right now, not enough. Not enough. And you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. A bigger problem is people have, and it's kind of a good problem, is that I've talked to a lot of older Vietnamese who worked for these great companies and saved a lot of money in their 401ks. So, but they've been doing it for a long time. So in their 401ks, they have like $1.5 million in a 401k. But then they found out about the RMDs. They don't want to take the money out. Tiền đâu mà trả thuế như vậy? Well, it has to be paid. It has to be paid. So are there things that you can do? Yep. Yeah, but you don't keep on putting it off. Don't keep on putting it off. Nếu mà quý vị có con cái đó, oh man, it's a great time for them. Okay? Your age, your health, very important. So if you have kids, you can get them to a great start. And sometimes I have to show, like the people I talk to, I actually have to show them, this is what I'm doing for my kids. Okay, she's 14. I'm putting $500 a month for her. But then when she's, close to 50, she's going to have a large amount of money that she can use for her wedding, for her, buy a house or whatever, tax free. And then she's also protected. It's a no-brainer. Okay, so there are things that we can do. Bây giờ lấy luôn được không chị? Lấy luôn cái gì? Khanh hoặc là Khánh, I don't know what you're asking. So, okay, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'm actually very busy. What I'm going to do is Lina sẽ bán cái nhà mà the extra home. Yeah. Because I have great luck with real estate. Nhà nào mua cũng là lời. I mean, not just lời một chút đâu. Great luck. Nhưng mà now, the more I learned and I feel like I've found something else that's going to be easier for me, that's where I'm going. So that's why the sound sounds different here tonight. Tiền hưu của SSA. Lấy luôn được không chị? Không được. I don't know how old you are, right? I don't know how old you are. It depends on how old you are. And the amount you see will not actually be the amount you take home. Depending on the state that you live in, there will be provisional taxes taken out of it as well. You're 47? This is a serious question? No. No, you can't take it out. There are laws. There are laws. Okay. Here, look, Roy, I'm going to bring up the music one more time. You know what? Before I go, I'm going to put this up just because I end up getting messages and comments. There it is. If you'd like to get in touch with me, please do. If you don't provide like a lot of information, I'm still going to have to ask. Okay, I'm still going to ask you. Okay. Why don't I rent my house as an extra income? Đã từng làm rồi. And very busy too, nhưng mà nó rất là nhức đầu là một. Hai, cái tiền income đó mình mà không khai, trouble. Taxes. Rắc rối lắm. So I'm going to take the money and do something else better with it. Yeah, no tax. Hello, chị Minh Châu. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Hello, Fa. I hope you learned a little something from it. And if you would like help, okay, looking at your finances, let's see what we can do about your retirement. Learn the rules. Do things legally. Learn to use the system. The rich people do it. Why can't we? They're making money and they're not paying the kind of taxes a lot of other people are paying. All right. Mwah. It's very nice to see you all again. Well, to be seen by you all again. We'll see you Thursday for an English lesson. And we'll see you again next Monday. If there's something you'd like me to talk about, make sure you put it down in comments. If you love me, give me a like, thumbs up. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Let your friends know. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Share. Let them know. My favorite part of the song right here. Good night, everyone. Wishing you all a great night. Wishing you all health, love, happiness. I can still say Happy New Year. Happy New Year.